doing it, but I'm guessing it is. Yes, recording has
Okay,
started.
thank you
Okay,
very
thanks, Councillor Schofield. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Welcome everybody to the meeting of the Executive Cabinet Member of Health and Wellbeing. Thank you all for attending who's been able to get here today. I'm not going to go through it round names and things like that. If you want to comment or ask a question, then if you could just say your name just for the recording, that'd be great. Thank you very much. So we've only got 2 items on the agenda. The first one is the monitoring of the Executive Cabinet member decisions, which is they've already decisions that's been made already. It's just for noting that one. Has anybody got any questions or comments for that one? You can raise your hand. Okay, thank you very much for that. And then we'll move on now to the next item on the agenda, which is the public health financial monitoring document, which has been enclosed. So you've all had a copy of that, and hopefully you've had a chance to read it. So if we can take that, Linda, are you able to speak to that one again? It's
Yes, that's fine. Yeah.
shared. Thank you.
Right. So this is the Q3 projected finance report for the year ending 24-25. The revenue outturn position is expected to be in line with budget once we've done a reserve movement to reserves of 250k. At year end, the reserves are projected to be 3.438, which is a reduction on last year, but that's mainly due to the ongoing business investment plan. So table 1 just gives the changes in budget from the start of the financial year to the end of Q3. 2.2 is the strategic redirections, which have all been achieved for public health. Table 2 gives the breakdown of the financial position for public health for the year. And then table 3 is the reserves position. So this report, it's just recommended that you note the revenue budget changes in year and notes the projected financial position as at the 31st of March. I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you very much, Linda. Has anybody got any questions? If you could just raise your hand either electronically or your hand. Oh, thank you. Councillor Priest, we've got a question for you from yourself. If you can ask that one. Thank you. You're on mute there, Councillor Priest, according to my screen.
Right, okay, I'm new to this, so I've just got a couple of questions about this, so I've got a sort of a handle on this. So the reserves are going down from like about 5.3 to 3.4. Is that normal? Is that sufficient to run with 3.4 in reserves, or was it a bit high in the previous year at 5.3?
Yeah. What Public Health have done is they've presented a report that has the investment plan over the next few years. So it is expected that the reserves will go down. I think because they had quite a lot of reserves, but then they had the plan to spend it. So it is a very planned process over the years, and the reserves will reduce, and it is quite normal given that they've done this investment plan.
Okay, so and I read from the report that the investment plan, you've got 250,000 moved to reserves, and that was mainly due to staff shortages. Is that right?
It'll be vacant posts. So if we've got any vacant posts in the portfolio, they will have transferred some money to reserves, and then it will be that gets added to the plan for the next few years. So it is a very planned use of reserves within public health.
Okay, so the vacancies that you were running with, that didn't affect performance in any way in terms of achieving your objectives. That's what I've read from that report. Is that correct?
Yes, so I would say not, but it would probably be an answer more for Lynn or one of the ADs to give if you wanted more of a breakdown. But we've never been told that it's affecting any of the performance. And I would say, given that they have got the plan for it is using the money in the most effective way, rather than just like coming up with a plan a few months before. It is really detailed plan.
Okay, that's fine. It's just that, you know, when you're saving that what is quite a large amount of money because you were running short of staff, it's just to make sure that you were actually achieving your objectives. So that's and all I'm thinking is that money needed in reserves, or could you actually keep it and get temporary staff in, or that kind of thing? That's all I'm sort of checking on, really.
Yeah, some of the plans for the reserves will be staffing employed using the reserves, but the staffing that the report talks about is ones that are established ongoing posts. So some of the reserves will be being used for additional staffing where needed.
Okay, thanks, Lynn. Councillor Priest, do you need any more information from anywhere else just to clarify that? Are you happy with the response there today?
No, I'm happy with that if you are, Councillor Schofield.
Yeah, yes, I am.
That, you know, when you see, you know, sort of quite a big chunk of reserves going down from 5.3 to 3.4, you sort of say, well, because I'm new to this, it's like, is this normal? Is that going to be okay? You know, say we have some kind of outbreak, or is this going to be sufficient to cover that? You know, if everybody's happy in the department about the level of reserves that you've got, then I'm happy. Yeah. It's just a thought question that I would ask.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Karen has joined now. If we just want to further clarification, just as a backup, if you so Karen, the question was because we're using a lot of reserves because of the plan, the investment plan, and we say that some of the spare money going into reserves for this financial year is because of staffing vacancies. It was just, is the staffing vacancies affecting performance in any way? I said no, and there will be some additional staffing being used from the reserves that we're using, so it shouldn't be affecting performance in any way. But if you just wanted to confirm.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's staffing vacancy, and it's also some of those activity budgets. Apologies, everybody. I've just moved rooms and I couldn't get into the link for whatever reason. So really sorry, I'm a few minutes late. Yeah, so some of the underspend is from staffing vacancies and the activity budgets where we spend for things like pharmacy services, where they just claim for the actual activity. So it's a combination of those two things. We've had one particular strategic lead role that was vacant for a number of months. We tried to recruit and we ended up having to go back out. We've been covering it, to be honest, as a wider team, but yeah, it does cause a bit of a pressure. So now, hopefully, we've got somebody in that post, so that should help in terms of that level of underspend.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Is that all right for you? I'm happy with that response. Are you all happy with that, Councillor Priest? Perfect.
I am, yeah.
Thank you. So this is just for noting today.
Yes.
So we haven't got any other items as far as I'm aware, Susan. So I'm happy to close that meeting. And thank you all very much for taking the time to join us today. It's my first one today. So thank you very much. And I'll speak to y'all soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye for now. Thank you.